Have you ever wondered what the secret to success is? Rick Marks here. How you going, YouTube? I want to talk today about gratitude and living in a spirit of gratitude, and what does that look like? A lot of us tend to live in a I guess a subconscious state of thinking that we deserve more, or that we're lacking in a way, shape or form, whether that in looks, personality, and this is a bit of a comparison to others. And something that I'm really focusing my own, I guess, 2024 looking forward, is to be more grateful and live in a spirit of gratitude moving into the next year, and being more in the now and appreciative. Each day that we get is really a gift, and when you start to change your view on it, and that you're blessed to have the day. Now then, what you choose to do with the day, what you choose to do with the minutes, the hours, that can change your perspective greatly. Now, living in a Western culture, we have a lot of freedom. And when I say freedom, we don't live in a world of persecution as such, or an aspect of being suppressed. We do have the ability to determine, what are you going to do in the next hour? How are you going to best spend that hour for yourself, or best spend that hour for others? They're all those things that I guess we don't really give it a lot of active thinking, and so subconsciously we may not kind of go, oh, I wish I had a new car like Tony, or I wish I had a nice shiny fancy house like Janine. But the reality of it all is that's in your head. Now, I'm sure if you went and you talked to Tony, or if you went and talked to Jeanette, and they were absolutely upfront with you, they've got their own world happening, their own struggles. That nice shiny house could be causing a lot of stress and pressure in the financial department, and it could be putting then stress on the marriage or the relationship. You don't actually necessarily know what's going on in order for people to get their achievements, I guess. So being grateful for what you have and what you've been blessed with, and I guess realizing that what you have isn't unbearable, that there are people doing it much harder and much worse than you are, then I guess that changes and reframes the whole perspective that you have on your life, on your day, on your year even. And that can even give you then ideas towards how you can improve others' lives, hours, days. If that's as simple as smiling because you are actually so grateful you woke up this morning. Now, we're not actually given any guarantees that we've got life for 80 years, 90 years. It often baffles me that, some people have a life plan. Now, that might seem a bit crazy. Like, I'm more for like a more shorter term, 5-year, 10-year kind of like what are you wanting to achieve, and how highly and tightly you hold yourself to them, versus kind of, it's a direction to head in. There are people with a whole life plan, and when they get thrown a curveball, and I've talked about this in other videos around resilience and actually being able to bounce back. And when you have your whole life painted on a canvas as such, you have a picture in your head, but you have to have it like that. As soon as a storm hits, the whole picture is now warped. It's no longer going to be like you had painted it. Do you have the resilience to bounce back from that? Are you still living in a spirit of gratitude in that time? Are you looking at it going, wow, like I've lost everything, all my worldly possessions due to the flood, or whatever natural disaster, for argument's sake, has happened? Are you still looking at it going, well, I'm still alive? I am still grateful that I am still alive, and that to me is the greatest gift, that I can wake up tomorrow morning and I can rebuild my house. I can, start my business again, or whatever you've lost in that storm, you've still got your life. And if you've learned from those lessons of, building your house or buying your house or building your business, then you should almost be able to fast track it into some degree. Like, I get that there's marketing and there's awareness and stuff, but if you had to start something from scratch, in your head you should know the steps you need to take in order for you to then build it again tomorrow. In saying that, why aren't you recording videos? If you've got something like that, you know how you could build that, you've got that blueprint there, why aren't you handing that around? Why don't you create an ebook? These are the ways you can get that passive income going. But yes, live in a spirit of gratitude. Find ways every day, look for something every day that you can go, I am so grateful for whatever. Now, I often donate plasma to Red Cross here in Australia. Unlike America, we don't actually get any money, or there's nothing in it for me other than a feeling of great doing good for others. And I also look at it paying it forward. It's always been the way I've seen it. I could be in a car crash tomorrow and I might need plasma, and therefore I would like to think somebody else is donating to plasma that I could then have plasma resupplied, I guess. So it's all about pitching in. It's like, paying it forward, I guess. So I go and I do that, and looking at that and going, I am grateful that I can do that. I can help others in their life, and their the plasma, I've heard, is a great resource for those with cancers and stuff and going through their chemotherapy. I am glad I can do that for them. It doesn't take much other than some time from my life. I actually don't even feel anything afterwards. When I've donated whole blood, I feel lightheaded and all that jazz. We're doing the plasma because the red blood cells are put back. I don't actually feel lethargic, so it doesn't change me at all. Like, yes, okay, I can't do certain activities due to my system has suffered change. However, it's a small payoff for what it does for others, and so I'm grateful that I can do that. Small gestures like that, smiling to somebody you don't know, that smile that you threw someone across the street when you don't know on their side, they could have been having a rough time, they could be in a deep depression, and your smile could have changed their whole life pattern, their whole trajectory, just based on your smile. So things we can be grateful for. We've got a smile that we can give people. We can just be a nice person in general. There's lots of things that you've got the ability to do. You've got the gift of life. That's probably the greatest gift of them all, every day that we wake up. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe. I'd love to hear some comments, some feedback from the audience. And if you've enjoyed this, I do send these out 9 AM Monday to Friday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to join me each morning, you can hit the bell notification. It'll remind you that my video has gone live, and you can watch it as it comes out. Until the next video tomorrow morning, I will see you there. Bye for now.